students. See, our old friend is back with us today. In the previous class, we have seen how nutrition takes place in human beings from the mouth. Now today we shall see further how the food enters after the mouth to the rest of the digestive system. So, objectives for today is student will understand the process of nutrition in human beings. Students will understand the nutrition steps in human like absorption, assimilation and digestion. Students will understand function of different glands in digestive system. Now, once the food enters into the mouth, it reaches to the food pipe that is esophagus. You can see here the white color one. Yes. The food reaches towards the esophagus. Now, the swallowed food passes into the food pipe or esophagus as shown below in the figure. You can see the figure here also. Food enters through the esophagus into the stomach. Yes. So, this figure shows the movement of the food in the food pipe which run along the neck and the chest. So, the esophagus leads from the mouth to the stomach. It is made up of muscles. Food is pushed down by the movement of the wall of the food pipe. The pipe is continuously, it is elastic, it is made up of muscles, it stretches. So the food, it pushes down by the movement of the food pipe. And this movement is called as, note down students, peristalsis. Okay, so this movement of pushing the food down is called as peristalsis, which takes place throughout the alimentary canal and pushes the food downwards. Now the food is slowly moving downwards from the food pipe. You can see here, right? Now it is reaching towards the next part of the digestive system, which is called as the stomach. Now stomach means, now this part which we can see, it is not the stomach, it is the abdomen, which is the outer part. Okay. Now right inside, now this esophagus, here you will have the stomach. Now stomach is a thick walled bag present on the left side of the abdomen. Where is the left side? This side. Okay. So stomach is a thick walled bag present on the left side of the abdomen. See the human digestive system figure. Now here in the figure you can see how I have shown you the bag of stomach. Yes. It is the widest part of the alimentary canal. Esophagus brings slightly digested food from the mouth towards the stomach. And the stomach wall contains three tubular glands in it walls which secretes the gastric juices. Now here in this stomach there are the gastric juices. There is a tubular gland which is present which secretes the gastric juices. The gastric juices contain three important substances: hydrochloric acid, the enzyme pepsin and the mucus. Now the hydrochloric acid, as we know that there is an acid present in our stomach, and when we eat the food which, like for example the junk food which can create acidity, right? Why it creates the acidity? Because the acidic medium in our stomach increases. So this hydrochloric already is present in our stomach, and if on it, if you are going to eat a food which creates more acidity, the acidic medium increases and we start feeling restless. So what we do at that time? We have an ENO. What is an ENO? It's a base. Okay, base neutralizes the acid. So that's why we get relief from it. So the hydrochloric acid creates an acidic medium which facilitates the action of the enzyme pepsin, that is the digestion of the protein into simpler substances. So hydrochloric acid, it facilitates, it helps the action of the enzyme pepsin, that is the digestion of the protein into the simpler substance. The acid kills many bacteria that enter along with the food. Now if suppose for example if we eat a food which is not of good quality from outside, contaminated food. Now if because of the hydrochloric acid present in our stomach, the bacteria which enter along with the food, the acid kills those bacteria. That's why we still can digest the food. Okay. So the mucus helps. Now this is the role of hydrochloric acid. The mucus helps to protect the stomach wall from its own secretion of hydrochloric acid. Now what you can say about mucus? For example, in our nose, we have the mucus present. Now this mucus stops the dust particles from entering inside the nostrils. right? So in the same way, this mucus is present in the stomach, which protects the stomach wall from its own secretion of the hydrochloric acid. Because this hydrochloric acid, when it is present in the stomach, it may harm our stomach also. So to prevent this, this mucus is present in the stomach, which prevents this hydrochloric acid from the, which prevents the stomach from the hydrochloric acid. The partially digested food now then goes from the stomach. Now till stomach the digestion is not complete. So the partially digested food then goes from the stomach into the small intestine. Now here you can see the coil-like structure. Yes, this is called as small intestine. Now why it is called small? Because everything is packed inside. Okay. This is a diagram of the small intestine. A small intestine is a highly coiled. Coiled means when you coiling the wires, it is a highly coiled and is about how much long? It is 7.5 meters long. Now after leaving the stomach, the food now enters the small intestine and last step of digestion takes place in the small intestine. So whatever food which is still a partially digested food which has to be still digested, it is completely digested here in the small intestine. So here the complete step of digestion takes place. It receives the secretion from the liver and pancreas, and the walls of small intestine also secrete the juices. Now for this complete digestion, it receives some secretion. Secretion like from the juices form, and from where it gets the secretive juices? From the liver and the pancreas, and also from the walls of the intestine. Okay. So the partially digested food now reaches to the lower part of the small intestine. The walls of the small intestine contain the glands which secretes this intestinal juice which is required for mixing the food now. So the enzyme present in it now finally converts the protein into amino acid. The proteins are converted into amino acid which is digested by our body. Complex carbohydrate into glucose. Please students make a note of it. Protein gets broken down into amino acids, complex carbohydrate into glucose, and fat into fatty acids and glycerol. Very important part. Okay, so again, so proteins converted to amino acids, carbohydrate which is a complex carbohydrate converted into glucose which gives us instant energy, and fats into fatty acids and glycerol. Now, we were talking about secretion from the liver. Now, what is the role of the liver? Liver is the largest gland. We were talking